What's up, Wolfpack fam? It's your boy Kid back at it again. Sorry. Oh man, I'm just hyped up. I'm ready for the Northern Annihilator. Let's get it. Grab your snacks, kick back, and relax. I'm hoping for some good stuff, boys and girls.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the man who thought a court-martial was a tennis umpire, Craig Charles.
Welcome to the special edition of Robot Wars. And congratulations on tuning in to what is going to be the mechanical mother of all wars, the Annihilator. Yes, gathered here today are the most destructive, brutal and downright devastating robots from the last 4 series of Robot Wars. If Vinnie Jones was a robot, he'd be cowering in his tool shed. Now, the way the Annihilator works is simple. All of our 6 robots are thrown in the arena together. There they fight until one of them is clearly eliminated or time runs out. With one robot annihilated, the survivors then given time to make repairs before all 5 prepare to do battle again. It's 6 down to 5, down to 4, and so on, until 2 robotic gods enter one decisive battle. This week, all of our robots are from the north, so let's see who's up to the challenge.
Oh yes, Craig, at the top there we have Spinosaurus, then the reigning UK champions, Chaos 2. Reading clockwise from then on, war veterans, suicidal tendencies, the acts of Dominator 2, the crazy world of Stinger. It kills, it hurts,
Hey.
it killer hurts.
This is the Annihilator. 6 robots go into the arena for a no-holds-barred battle, and only one will come out alive. It's going to be mayhem.
Nice.
Starting up, we have the Northern rounds. This is Spinosaurus. It's got 2 fixed 12-inch spikes here. It self-rights, and it can pull a car. From Lincoln, we have Stinger, designed by 3 engineers. The motors are in here. When it slows down, that's when the arm flips over, and if it puts it into reverse, you get a real sting from that. Ouch. Kilohertz. This has got a unique car driving system. Most of them work like a tank, but this one's got a car, so it should have better drivability, we hope. They've also got a pneumatically powered axe there, which will come down with about a ton of pressure, so I hear. On suicidal tendencies, no doubt. Now, we've got a pneumatic lifting fork there with spikes. That's going to be painful. That's bulletproof polycarbonate. It works both ways up. And this one I've had dreams about. It's Dominator! Plasma nitride coated titanium, that, which makes it very durable indeed. They've also got a pneumatic axe, which will come down with about a ton of pressure. That's like a Land Rover landing on your foot. And they're up against the reigning champions,
Woo!
Chaos 2. They pump liquid CO2 into their flipper, which gives it that awesome action that we've seen before, where robots get tossed straight out of the arena. So this really will separate the men from the boys and the bots from the toys.
Yes, folks, we've seen some pretty ferocious fighting on Robot Wars, but this promises to be the most exciting yet. So if you're ready to rumble, let the annihilation begin!
It's gonna be crazy. I don't know who to choose.
From Lincoln, seed number 13, Stinger.
They had steering problems in Series 3, went straight into a pit after 50 seconds. This is a spinning, whirling dervish with a venomous axe, customised motorbike wheels, a top speed of 18 miles an hour, and it's seeded 30. Very quick across the arena floor, but when the wheels stop, the axe comes down with mighty power. Virtually indestructible, difficult to get hold of. Difficult to steer, yes, but when it spins, look at the power of that axe once again. Watch out for Stinger. This one's going to go very close in the Annihilator.
This is Carl Skinner and I'm Kevin Scott from the Stinger team. We've got a really strong robot here, but we're up against 6 of the toughest robots in the series. We're going to go in there, we're going to give them hell, and we're going to kill them.
Do it.
From Huntington, Dominator 2.
The motto of this team is ram it, hit it, push it. 2 industrial motors generating up to 20 miles an hour. Pneumatic axe is the weapon, a plasma nitride coated titanium shell. Now you know. A unique bi-wedge shape, speed across the arena floor, good control as well, maneuverability, and then you've got that pneumatic axe slamming down, certainly too strong for shadow of napalm there. Dominator 2, a 0 turning circle, can spin the rest into oblivion.
Hi, welcome to the Dominator team. I'm Pete, the captain. Got Paul, weapons man, Chris, the auxiliary man. Paul's now going to tell you a bit about the robot.
Right, this is Dominator 2. Plasma nitride coated titanium shell, 1.8mm thick, nothing goes through it. 150 psi, pneumatic axe, axes its way through all 5 competitors in this Annihilator round.
Slice them up.
Oxford, seeded number 16, Kilohertz.
The hardened steel blade and pneumatic axe have proved too much for too many in the past. 2 motors, wheels from go-karts. Can the killer hurt once again?
We're just about to go into a big fight, 5 robots. I come from a family of 5, so I think I'm used to fighting for every bit of food on the table. I think we'll survive.
Looking forward to using our new improved axe. Poke a few holes in people. Should be fun.
Okay,
From
okay.
Derby, seeded number 31, Suicidal Tendencies.
Seeded because the Tendencies has a dangerous toothpick axe and front fork lifter. The shell is bulletproof. It runs on tracks of aluminium. Is it on track for success here, though? Heavy, powerful, tenacious. 2 1400-watt motors. Those tracks give it drive and punishing penetration, as Maverick and Wheelosaurus found out.
Hi, I'm Charles Binns, this is Andrew Jeffrey, and this is Suicidal Tendencies. We're going into a battle with 6 robots soon. We've got a big axe, going to take some chunks out of people, some big lifters at the front, titanium, track, very powerful. Somebody's going to get hurt in there, and hopefully it's not going to be us, and we're going to win, and we're going to survive.
From Manchester,
All right, all right.
Spinosaurus.
A spiky character indeed, with its 2 12-inch prongs of high tensile steel and an interchangeable ramming bar, can pull a car, can raise 17 miles an hour, but can it take punishments?
Hi, we're Team Spicosaurus. I'm Stuart, my brother Andrew, friend Andrea. This is the most awesome robot in Annihilator today. We've got roll bars, so if we do get tipped up, we can roll straight back over. We've got 2 awesome spikes on the front. They will just pierce through any armour and damage all sorts of weaponry inside. And we're just going to kick some robot butt.
Kick some ass, man.
Seed number 1 and reigning champion, Chaos 2.
Hard to go against them.
Finalists in Series 1, overall winner of Series 3. The gas-powered flipper is one of the strongest weapons we've ever seen. Top seeds for the main competition here. It'll create Chaos 2. And at the controls of Chaos 2, George Francis, a self-employed electronics engineer and a Robot Wars legend. Crocodilatron, Sonic, Big Cheese, Trident, Mace, Firestorm, Hypnodisc. It didn't matter who was against it in the last series. Have a look at this for power against the Firestorm. Over, and out you go. That's Chaos 2. That's the power. Not even Hypnodisc could stop it.
Yeah.
Hi, we're Chaos 2 team, hoping to flip our way through the Annihilator round. I'm George, this is Ian, and his son Richard.
Main features of our robot are very good traction and an extremely powerful flipper. That's why we're the #1 seed.
All right, boys and girls, we got the Royal Rumble here. I feel like it's going to be a war zone. Some of these definitely built for some battle and destruction here. It's very hard to go against Chaos 2. But I feel like that's the safe play. I want to go with Stinger. I've underestimated Stinger. I think he's ready for war. I'm just hoping for a good, exciting battle. I definitely am really enjoying right now. And we haven't even started the variety. The variety is great. So it feels like definitely multiple modes, almost like a Call of Duty. It's got different modes. You got TDM, et cetera, et cetera. So I hope for some good fun. And I really don't care who wins, to be honest, because it's good fun right now. But I'll go with Stinger on this one, but I'm not going to be mad either way, whoever wins. Kick some ass, damn it!
Plenty of opposition, though, from Suicidal Tendencies. And Spicosaurus there. And Stinger, of course. All 3 teams together in the one cabin. Suicidal Tendencies on the left. There's Big Stuart Pearson of Spicosaurus and Carl Skinner of Stinger.
Stinger.
Dominator 2, the Cambridgeshire team. They all work together. And Kilohertz, the reigning domestic champions, Chaos 2. There's George Francis on the right-hand side. Kilohertz in the middle. Dominator 2 on the left.
3, 2, 1.
This is going to be chaos. Good luck, everyone. There's Chaos 2 immediately on
Let's
the
go,
attack.
baby.
Dominator 2 in there as well with a big action. Dominator 2 flicked up on his side by Suicidal Tendencies. Suicidal Tendencies nearly went over at the same time. Let's have a look at it again. Chaos 2 in the midst of it all. Up went Dominator 2 and over. Suicidal Tendencies very nearly flicked up, but don't forget, it can work both sides up the track. Suicidal Tendencies, there's Kilohertz.
He missed.
With its axe as well. You can see Bash retreating into its CPZ, and why not? Stinger with the axe in there as well.
Kill him.
Chaos 2 with the CO2-powered battering ram. Dominator 2's okay.
Get him, Stinger.
The reigning champions, Chaos 2 slamming in on suicidal
Uh-oh.
tendencies. Killer Hertz is in there as well. Here comes Dominator 2, bottom of your picture. Now it seems to me that Spikosaurus is in a little bit of trouble, but okay now. Goodness me,
Yeah.
look at that. There's Spikosaurus in
Twofer.
there. You've got Chaos 2 as well. Dominator 2, the bottom of your picture. Stinger doing its own thing as it's wont to do. That's Spikosaurus in major trouble.
Come on, Stinger.
The Killer Hertz is holding on. Tendencies comes in. Stinger now under threat from Chaos 2. Turning away. And Spikosaurus has been impaled by the axe. Killer Hertz 2. Flicked over by Dominator 2. Axe to axe. Metal to metal. Bash and crash. Smash. What is happening out there?
Nice.
Hopes and dreams about to be scuttled of one in the Annihilator. It's Killer Hertz up on its side and bounce. And just about came down okay. Using its axe to right itself. Almost Killer Hertz. Then in goes Spikosaurus. Killer Hertz.
Chaotic.
Okay now, Stinger in with a slam on Chaos 2. Chaos 2 in underneath Killer Hertz again. They think Killer Hertz is the vulnerable machine. Chaos 2 against the arena wall, and is it failed, is it? The
Nice hits.
Branches get that flipper off. Well, Dominator 2, a little nudge helped out. The object
good
boys
hit.
is to destroy each other. I wonder if Dominator 2 will rue that little bit of friendship. Look at the crashing of the axes. The flipper there. You've got suicidal tendencies trundling. Once again, Killer Hertz trying to right itself into the CPZ, flicked in there by Chaos 2. And so far for me, Killer Hertz has been the most punished robot. It's into the CPZ, it's stuck in there. And Killer Hertz trying to flick, trying to turn itself over with that pneumatically powered axe. But Killer Hertz in major trouble. Chaos 2 comes in with a slam. And bam! And Killer Hertz 2, I think, is going to be first to go in the Annihilator.
Flip him.
Each round, one crashes out, piggyback up on Chaos 2 as it's immobilized for 30 seconds or more. If it goes to the judges, the rest of them just staying out of trouble. Bash comes in for a look. There's Dominator 2 with the pickaxe. This Stinger loves a little bit of a rumble and a tussle. Sometimes I don't know what the Stinger boys are doing.
This
I don't
is
think
crazy.
they know what they're doing either. Dominator 2 out there, Chaos 2 as well. Killer Hertz, well, back in the thick of the action. And we still have
nice
all
hits.
6 competing. Chaos 2
good hit.
Takes punishment right through the front flipper.
Oh my God.
Dominator 2.
So
the
fast.
wheels of the Dominator spin, but Chaos 2 is in all sorts of problems now. Top of the picture, Spikosaurus and Suicidal.
Oh my God, double team.
Dominator again. And suddenly it's the Chaos top seeds, the reigning UK champions, who are up against it. Now we've got to push and shove. At top of the picture, they've Dominator 2 and Spikosaurus. Killer Hertz, I thought they were out, but they're back in really in the thick of things. So are Chaos 2 now. You've got the house robots into play in that CPZ.
I'm in shock.
There's a real tug of war here, and still they battle on bravely. Not one machine will give up, but Chaos 2 has taken unprecedented damage from the axe of Killer Hertz. Look at this again. It's
such good hits.
2 inflicting punishment, 1 and 2, and the perspex comes off.
So fast.
Off the bat there of Chaos 2, which means now, of course, the machinery, the very heart of Chaos, is vulnerable to attack. Dominator 2 lifts that perspex lid up like some grisly scalp trophy.
Took some
Chaos
damage.
2, they're all after the reigning UK champions, it seems. They're ganging up. Get rid of the strongest machine. Get rid of the favourite. We'll gang up. And we'll see who goes through. Dominator 2 in space. About to come in for an attack, but Chaos 2. George Francis.
And this
I don't think he
Slane
knows
up.
what's hit him. You've now got Shunt in there to create more damage. Stinger. The axe comes battering down on Shunt, but it's Chaos 2. All of a sudden, the likely machine to go out of the first stage of the Great Annihilator, the northern section. In goes Spikosaurus to try and push suicidal tendencies out of the melee, out of the mayhem. Chaos 2 is their movement, is their
Dominator
life.
did good.
Goodness me, I don't think there was.
Dominator was slain right there. That was some good hits, and then Killer Hertz had his axe already on him and just was pinned down. Some weakness there. Pretty cool.
He doesn't either.
Good fun.
Well, massive massively important axes and streamex self-righting mechanisms in this to create damage and also to right yourself like Kilohertz there. For one moment I thought Kilohertz were going out, but no, they survived. Now, key issue here for me, Chaos did not have enough freedom of the arena to build up an attack, to build up speed, to get the flipper into play, and then it took unprecedented damage. Look at that. Absolutely punctured and peppered and destroyed Chaos too. A huge surprise. Out goes George Francis. Out go the favourites in many people's eyes. But look who's left. Spikosaurus, Kilohertz, Stinger, Dominator 2. They look dangerous.
I'm worried about Dominator.
Of course.
That was good.
Now that is what I call chaos.
Well, that was an Annihilator round, and we got annihilated.
You're right, you did.
We are vulnerable to axes, and we got hit by just about every axe in the house.
They just ganged up on you, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
They got the champ.
Everybody wanted a pop at the reigning champion. Not surprising, really, is it?
Not at all.
Great fun.
It was tremendous fun.
It makes a change for you to actually see your robot take some damage, doesn't it?
We've got to mend it now.
I know we've never seen them do any work at all on Robot Wars. It always comes out beautiful. And that is just phenomenal. I mean, you've got a massive
Well, they gotta
hole in
work
the back.
now.
Who was the meanest?
The sort of covers in two halves now.
Who did the most damage to you?
I don't know. Dominator was in there. Kilohertz was in there.
Yeah.
Sean had to go as well, did he?
The house robots always want to pop at you as well, don't they?
Yeah.
A lot of damage on the superficial damage, but I think the relays are broken here, which is why we stopped.
I expect you're quite glad that you're out. You don't have to fix that one up for the next battle.
That's true, yes.
So you kept me lucky stone in my hand.
Oh, did you not have it?
I've got it in my pocket, but I didn't have
It's
it
not
in
good
my
enough,
hand.
Richard. It's great to see you, Annihilator. I have to say, you can hit me later, but it was wonderful. It was really good to see you up against some fair opponents. It's just a shame it took 5 of them to do it to you, really, isn't it?
And so, after that first tremendous tussle, 5 robots have got to go through it all again. And
Awesome.
why do I get the feeling some of them wish they'd stayed in bed? Let the annihilation begin!
Royal Rumble, baby. All right, battle 2. Wow.
Stand by.
The famous 5 for our overhead camera, Suicidal Tendencies and Spikosaurus. And then, of course, that mad thing, Stinger. The team again in the same cubbyhole. There's Carl Skinner on the right-hand side, Stuart Pearson. And then Andrew, Jeffrey and Charles Binns with Suicidal Tendencies. There's Dominator 2. Looked good, didn't it?
Shit was crazy.
Slightly vulnerable, but the axe came into play. A little bit more room in their cubbyhole. Dominator 2 on the right. And John Reed at the controls of Kilohertz.
2, 1.
Activate, let's go.
If 9-year-old Richard Swan from Chaos 2 has passed on his lucky stone to someone else. Stinger, perhaps. Immediately punished and a
Good
little
ram.
bit lucky to survive, some might say. The drive from Kilohertz into the CPZ. Stinger now arriving on the scene in the middle of the melee. You've got Spikosaurus to the left-hand side. Dominator 2 again. This
Nice
time
hit.
clutching hold and Stinger almost on the axle. Spikosaurus trying to get those 2 front ramming, prodding spikes underneath the opponents. Then there were 5. This is Kilohertz under pressure from Dominator 2 with a bi-wedge shape. Impressive so far. The axe comes down on Kilohertz and on the arena floor. There you've got Spikosaurus, game so far, attacking Kilohertz up by the CPZ, and the others have sent here.
Let's go, baby.
And Kilohertz can again be in trouble. Look at the axe. It smacks straight
Oh my God.
down through the split in the, see-through shell of Kilohertz. And you can see all in there now in grisly detail. Kilohertz freeing itself
Holy
with its
shit.
own axe. Not the first time we've seen that in the Annihilator.
Holy shit.
It's dogged and determined, to say the least. Spikosaurus' game, isn't it? Unwise to take on the Sergeant in the big game.
Back up.
Stinger's axe comes down. They've stayed out of trouble. In fact, we haven't seen a great deal of them. I wonder, if that initial onslaught affected Stinger. We're going to check on the manoeuvrability of it in a minute. Meanwhile, the Sergeant comes in and attacks. Poor old Kilohertz. Everyone's been after them. Yes, Kilohertz pins its axe onto the flamethrower of the Sergeant.
Good hit,
Look at
man.
that. It's been dragged around the arena floor on the shell of the Sergeant. It is actually Dominator 2 gives a little shunt and a bash. But Stinger, do you see there? I think Stinger going around in circles. I wonder if they've lost traction, maneuverability in one of those customized
Ooh, that burning.
wheels The flame scorches Kilohertz shell. Matilda comes in for a little bit of the action. But to me, you can just see a little more of Stinger. In comes Dominator 2. Suicidal Tendencies in there as well, with the tracks moving away, so they're all right. We know Dominator 2's okay because we can see the axe. We know Kilohertz hanging on for grim death with the Sergeant.
Barbecue.
And flammable, it would seem, surviving the flame torch pit. Now, Matilda just gives Kilohertz a little bit of a nudge up and over. Kilohertz will have to use the big axe to right itself. Now, go on.
Uh-oh.
Great design this, great driving up.
Nice.
Up and over, and that could be crucial. Kilohertz could just have survived right at the end.
Wowee. That was crazy.
Well, let's have a look at this, because this is the whole crucial aspect of this section. I think that initial onslaught put Stinger out.
Yeah, I didn't see much of Stinger.
There you see at the top of the picture, Stinger not going anywhere. Kilohertz took all the punishment. You see Stinger, it's not going anywhere, just round and round in circles. Stinger, for me, immobilized. We'll have to check on the official results. Suicidal Tendencies in play. This was great, wasn't it?
He might be right.
And there you have it, confirmed. Stinger, yes, they were immobilized. Yes, they're out. And then there were 4. Spikosaurus, Kilohertz, Dominator 2, and Suicidal Tendencies.
Fatal 4-way now. Holy shit.
Stinger and the Engineers team. Now, your robot basically is 2 robots, isn't it? With a receiver in each of these motors here, which works with the same controller. Yep. Which makes your driving a little twitchy sometimes. So what happens? If one of them goes, basically the robot's messed up, isn't it?
Yeah, it got knocked very hard right at the start by Kilohertz, but that was good because we were coming back, fighting back. But we got a spike. We got a spike through the tyre, came down here.
Oh wow!
And obviously these tyres always were the sort of potential weak bit.
And they carry the aerials in there, don't they?
We hadn't told anybody that before, but that's it. It's taken out the aerial and just killed the wheel.
Ah.
No other damage at all. No other damage whatsoever.
Oh, it's
real. This whole show, there's been no damage to this machine whatsoever, but
yeah,
a little bit of rubber and a little bit of wire. That's all it goes.
It's all about positioning, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's been pretty durable.
We thought it would be secure in there.
We thought it would. It's under sort of tough rubber, but you know they've been spiked once or twice. We've had to do 1 tyre change earlier on, but we got away with no aerial problem.
Couldn't you have had the aerial inside the wheel?
Kills the reception. We've been around all sorts of different aerial systems, and this was the one that worked.
Right.
And unfortunately,
Until today it worked. Yeah. We'll have to come back next year with a different design.
It'll be lower tyres, domes right up the top, just leaving an inch of rubber exposed. This whole thing was going to have 10-inch wheels, but we couldn't pack the motors in, so it had 12-inch.
Look forward to seeing that revision.
4. And already some of our robots, like they've been 5 rounds with a Sherman tank. Well, only the big guns will survive to the next round as we let the annihilation begin.
All right, let it roll, boys. My pick is out, guys. We let it play out now.
The formidable 4 Suicidal Tendencies and Kilohertz. They're at the controls. John Reed on the right of Kilohertz. And Charles Binns, Andrew Jeffries, Suicidal Tendencies, Dominator 2. Very good so far. And Spikosaurus. Big Stuart Pearson there at the right of the controls. We've got Peter Halloway, Chris Hall, Paul Tolliday, the Dominator team.
1. Let's go, baby.
And after this one,
somebody yelled.
I wonder whose trade secrets Jules will tell the nation. You've got Spikosaurus immediately on the attack. Dominator 2 backing away. More room now on that arena floor. Now, I wonder if the tactics will change still. Axe to axe. But Suicidal Tendencies, you know, has ground its way through the couple of battles we've had so far. And it's still in there with Spikosaurus. The 2 low-gravity machines against the 2 axed machines. Oh, look at that, Kilohertz. But the axe slipped straight into the bi-wedge shape of Dominator 2.
They touched axes.
Suicidal Tendencies back onto the arena wall. In comes Spikosaurus again, dodging around the 2 more dangerous, certainly higher-rated machines with the axes. Oh, a slam there from Dominator 2. Again going for that vulnerable slot. Now you've got Dominator tooting on suicidal tendencies. Go on, run away. We'll live to fight another day. And Spikosaurus, look at this, coming in again on a ramming run. I thought this would happen once the gaps of the arena started to emerge. Can get up to 17 mile an hour, Spikosaurus, and you've got 80 kilos there of weight behind each attack. And Spikosaurus could yet spring a surprise here in the Annihilator. To the right-hand side now, Cages, he watches Dominator 2 go on the attack, and then comes in for a side slam on the plasma nitride-coated titanium shield of Dominator 2. And once again, it's Spikosaurus doing the work until the great power axe of Dominator 2 comes down again on Kilohertz. How long can Kilohertz and John Reed survive this punishment? Throughout the 3 battles we've seen, it's all about take on Kilohertz. Is there one of the throngs buckled of suicidal tendencies and they immobilized? Kilohertz and they immobilized. Will the judges be called into play? There's the ref bot coming to have a quick look. But to me, suicidal tendencies are going nowhere. And it's a question here of damage limitation. And Dominator 2 thrust up on the point of the triangle comes bashing down. It was Matilda, the final shove with the tusks there. You can see the soft, vulnerable underbelly of Dominator 2. And it came a rocking and a reeling. And plop, now using the axe to right itself. Very, very important in Annihilator, but for me, suicidal tendencies, they're out.
Ain't do shit.
Let's all have a go at Kilohertz, shall we? Again. That suicidal tendencies being slammed by Spikosaurus. Was it there or there? The suicidal tendencies ended. No, they were still alive at that point. Kilohertz under more pressure from Dominator 2 and Spikosaurus. They've been valiant so far. And then the very end, of course, Dominator 2 riding itself. Suicidal tendencies, they're out.
Nice flip up.
Immobilized the tendencies, and I thought they were underdogs. But look at the big 3 left. Spikosaurus, Kilohertz, and Dominator 2. Frighteningly still there.
I think Spikosaurus and Dominator got a good shot. One of those two.
That lot, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. I think it was Suicide going in with, we had no rubber on the tracks and things weren't quite working just right.
Because this is the best track robot on Robot Wars, isn't it?
Supposedly, yeah.
And what damage did you take?
Yeah, axes, everything. There's holes all over the front here and down the side. That was mainly cosmetic, but we had a problem in that fight where the battery lead just sort of dropped off and we just stopped dead, so we couldn't defend ourselves. But luckily they went easy on us, I think.
Now, you've got to go home, boys, but is there anybody that you'd like to come back and have a pop at?
Dominator, definitely.
Yeah? Watch out, Dominator, it could be a grudge match.
Oh, shit.
So just 3 robots remain. But you know what they say? 2's company, 3's a crowd, so 1's going to get mashed, and it's going to be loud. Let the annihilation begin.
Let's go, baby. Good old fun.
Roboteers, stand by.
Kilolot awaits the terrible trio Spikosaurus and Dominator 2. Stuart Pearson on the left there, the Dominator 2 team. Paul Tolliday controls the weapon, and of course Kilohertz from Oxford. And there's John Reed. Oh, dancing going on there, perhaps.
Thought he was hugging him.
So who will survive? The Axes again will be favourites. And will they try and knock each other out? Dominator 2 doing what it has done for most of the Annihilator coming in. And look at that, immediately gas being vented from Kilohertz. It means the pneumatically powered axe will not work, I shouldn't think now. And Kilohertz finally will succumb, surely.
Yeah, it's done, Joe.
Dodging away, Dominator 2 across the flame pit, not bothered by it. Poor old Kilohertz. Throughout this great heave-ho upheaval of a contest, everyone seems to have had it in for poor old Kilohertz.
Oh, it's dead.
Dominator 2 with the axe, Spikosaurus with the front prongs, a little bit of toing and throwing, but it knows Kilohertz. Time is nigh, and so is Kilolot with the greatest strength of them all to push out of the CPZ. There you've got Stuart Pearson at the controls of Spikosaurus. More gas being vented. from Kilohertz. Spikosaurus in there at the rear. Killalot just having a little tickle on Spikosaurus and Matilda too. Just to come out with a little thrust. Spikosaurus needs to stay out of danger because look at this, the claw of Killalot. I wonder if Spikosaurus can free itself from Kilohertz, or whether the spike has embedded itself so deeply into the back of Kilohertz they can't get away. Well, Killalot could have a remedy for that. I'll cut your spike off.
My script.
That claw can cut through virtually anything. And now it has Kilohertz in its grasp. Killalot dragging the claw over the top of Kilohertz. It's actually free Kilohertz there, but they've slammed into the arena wall. And now surely they are immobilized and out Kilohertz. A rotten way to end. Really the victim of arena bullying.
They made it far.
Let's have a look at this again. Right from the start, Dominator 2. Let's make no pretense about this. Trying to kill off Kilohertz. And that was when the gas was vented. No power then in the weapon of Kilohertz. Back against the walls, trying to hang on in there grimly. Down came the weapon of Dominator 2. Look at the punishment.
Damn.
Sustained. That was when Spikosaurus got impaled. Killalot came in, freed the two of them, but no way back for Kilohertz from then on it. Slamming against the arena wall. Hurt or be hurt? That's your answer.
Great job.
Well, Kilohertz turned into a teabag by Dominator 2. Kilohertz annihilated.
Woo! Okay. Good match up next.
Right in your gas bottle, didn't it?
Yes, well, by the end of that, we were just so tired. John drove it up to the barrier and was just praying for it to open so we could get out of there. We were getting mangled.
You were seriously taking some damage there, weren't
Yeah,
you?
which been through 3 fights before. We're just getting a bit tired. Wanted to go home.
2,000 perforations in every robot.
I think so.
I think you should take your robot home, pour some hot water over it, and have a nice cup of tea.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what she needs.
Unlucky, guys. Let's hear it for the Kilohertz team!
Let's go. They did good.
It kills, it hurts, so they are getting used to it. Dominator did a lot of damage, didn't they?
They did indeed. They had a good old go at us. We're looking a bit like a Swiss cheese plant at the moment. Full of holes everywhere.
And that's just the outside. And in here, we've got...
There's a hole right through the cylinder case.
Swiss
but
cheese.
It was working. That happened 2 fights ago, but it's still working.
And a massive hole in that cylinder there. That's your gas cylinder.
Lots and lots of bad things have happened to us.
Oh boy.
That's what we're all about. Out they go, and we have now just the two. Spikosaurus against Dominator 2. A fascinating contrast in styles and robots.
And who's gonna win?
It's the plasma nitride coated titanium boys back for the finals. Now you've done incredibly well. You've really smashed some other robots to bits. What's it like being an Annihilator? How does it differ from the normal battles?
There's far less pressure, more fun, more things to smash up, basically.
Which is perfect for a robot like yours, which is literally designed for destruction.
Yes.
And why is your axe shining?
We've coated it in silicone grease to stop it sticking into the opponent, and comes out a lot easier. More hits per minute.
I'd like to say this one more time. That is plasma nitride coated titanium. It's the toughest thing we've seen on Robot Wars, and it could lead them to victory.
They got a good shot.
Well, we heard you were having problems, but you're looking quite calm now. Are you going to make it back into that arena?
Oh yeah, we've patched it up. We're going to dominate Dominator 2 and we're going to send them flying.
So what was the problem you were having? I mean, you took a lot of damage from Dominator in that last battle.
Well, we had Kilohertz up against the ropes, and so Killalot just came over and toasted us, you know. Hit us where it hurts.
Exactly, but you're fixed. You're ready,
We're ready
to dominate the Dominator. It's the finals, so zoop it up and get in that arena.
We're back.
Excellent.
Let's go, baby.
Together they battled through. That was Chaos 2, expected to go far, but immediately out. You see their Spikosaurus leading others a merry dance, and of course the axe of Dominator 2, axe to axe with Kilohertz.
Yeah, that was crazy.
At that stage, Chaos 2 looked dangerous, but there, look at the punishment. The venom of Dominator 2. Out Out went Chaos 2. Next to go was Stinger, there in the middle of your picture. Then look at the spikes of Spikosaurus, the durability, the strength, the tenacity of Dominator 2. Spikosaurus Trundle. Out went Stinger. Out went Suicidal Tendencies next. Slammed, mainly by Spikosaurus, twice immobilized. Then it was Dominator 2, punishing, penetrating kilohertz with its axe. Still in there fighting Spikosaurus, avoiding danger. Who will be the more dominant, the more dangerous in the final?
What a war it's been. Since our 6 robots entered the arena, it's been nothing but repairs. I don't even think Shares had that much bodywork done. But despite the carnage, 2 robots have battled for survival. Either that or they kept well out of the way. But there's no hiding place now, no hiding at all, as we decide who will be crowned our Annihilator champion of the North.
Let's get it.
Let the final annihilation begin.
Let's get it. Come on, baby.
From Huntington, Dominator 2.
Woo.
From Manchester, Spikosaurus. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1.
Afterbirds.
The dastardly duo come head-to-head in the Annihilator final. Dominator 2 side on there with Spikosaurus. Now that's very, very interesting tactics by Dominator 2 immediately, because they know they cannot allow Spikosaurus to have a clean run against their flanks.
Good hit, good hit.
They turn, they come on the attack. There's the axe coming down, clutching onto the ribs of Spikosaurus.
Nice hits.
And then they get in a telling blow. Meanwhile, Dead Metal claws Dominator 2 away and across the arena floor. The ref bot looking on.
Come on, Dead Metal.
And it's Punch at the back there of Dominator 2, who come on the attack of Spikosaurus immediately. Drenched it across the arena floor in towards the House Robots, but in doing so, then Dominator 2 was vulnerable from Dead Metal. They may be spinning, they may be grinning, but who has sustained punishment there? Who is in trouble? Dominator 2 just waiting to see if Spikosaurus can come out to play. Come out, wherever you are. Down comes the axe onto the top there of Spikosaurus. Spikosaurus, of course, the lower robot, lower center of gravity. They're around about the same width, around about the same length, to be honest. Spikosaurus, the slower, but not by much. The heavier, but not by much. And certainly it seems to be the weaponry of Dominator 2 is the more effective.
Wow.
Will they win the Northern Annihilator? 6 bots went to Mo. 5 spikes, 4 axes, 3 controllers, 2 are left.
Dom is looking
Who will
good.
survive? In goes Dominator 2 with the pickaxe once and twice.
Jesus.
Trying to fracture that shell. Look at this. Again, bam!
Wow.
So it's Dominator 2, the more adventurous at the moment. Oh, and shunned very nearly. Black Spikosaurus up and away. Will that be a lesson to the axe of Dominator 2? Peter Halloway, Chris Hall, and Paul Tolliday, a graphic artist by trade. Now what can he draw for the remaining seconds of this The Annihilator final? He draws on strength, that's for one. There's the axe. That certainly is the most potent force in this Annihilator final. But Spikosaurus away. And what's happened here to Dominator 2? They're on the arena flipper. Has he lost control? Has he lost momentum? That was the puncture earlier on in the final. Have they been immobilized here, Dominator 2? It would be a major surprise. There's grease on one of the wheels. Has something been fractured in there? But it looks to me as if Dominator 2 have finished and Spikosaurus the most unlikely winner of this Annihilator. Look at this, the House Robots come in, this Dead Metal with a great circular blade. Dominator 2, I thought they had this absolutely sewn up. Kilolot in there as well. Dead Metal's pincers and Dominator 2, the trio there. No, they're out of it. There's the great jaws of life killers of Kilolot. Dead Metal as well. The axe comes down of Shunt. What an end for Dominator 2. They seem well on top.
This guy gonna
this. It
oh
may
boy.
be Grease, but Grease Lightning it ain't. Because Kilolot has plucked up the pickaxe of Dominator 2. The old death waltz we love to hear and
Holy
see
shit.
on Robot Wars. You came to annihilate Dominator 2 in the ultimate and final reckoning. You are annihilated, and the flipper will confirm it surely. A couple of bounces, a couple of springs from the spring-loaded trapdoor, and Dominator 2 slams against the arena floor. Oh dear. The klaxon sounds, the death knell for Dominator 2. It is just to be fumbled and toyed with by the house robots now. Pit, 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 they cry. The Spikosaurus team look on in victory. And
Hey.
I must admit, it's taken me totally by surprise. I thought this would win it, Dominator 2. But not when you've got Killalot, and not when you've got Shunt, and not when you've got some problem with the mechanics. Dominator 2, you are through. Boo-hoo, no. Congratulations to Spikosaurus. Tenacious, competitive, dogged, and the champions.
Well, Spikosaurus luckier than the dinosaurs. Let's have a look at the highlights of that battle.
Okay.
Immediate pressure on Spikosaurus. But all the way through this Annihilator contest, they have shown remarkable resilience. Dominator 2 was pierced and penetrated. I wonder if that was to come back and haunt it later on. But you see here, still on the attack against Spikosaurus. Didn't they take punishment throughout this Annihilator? I thought they'd gone there with Shunt. I thought they'd gone there when Dominator 2 came on the attack again. Look, there's barely life in Spikosaurus. But that was the moment that Killalot came in. That was the moment that Dominator 2 was flipped. And that was the moment Dominator 2 was finished.
Well, that's the way it was. Let's talk to Dominator 2. Our gallant losers.
They gotta be gutted.
Just a bit.
What happened?
We died.
You certainly did die, but you were on top. You were winning. It looked like it was your trophy.
Yeah, we backed off. We thought they were dead.
And they went.
They came back to life.
They came back to life, and you didn't. How come you died? What went wrong with the robot?
I think probably a battery's caved in. So.
Well, you know, you went.
They were
from
the
6
better
robots,
team.
and you nearly made it.
We did.
You nearly made it. You made the final. Now you'll come back again, won't you?
Certainly will.
Nice to see you.
They were the better robot.
Well, everyone's saying you were lucky, but you went from 6 robots, and you're the last one standing, so it can't be that much luck, can it?
Well, we had a lot of good luck. All the other robots helped us out along the way, I think. We just kind of stayed our distance for a lot of it, and came out top in the end. You know, we've got a reliable robot. It just keeps going.
Did you ever think you'd win the Annihilator?
No chance. Never in a million years.
Well, you've done well. Here's your
You're
trophy.
the first winner.
Pick it up and show it to the crowd. Let's hear it for Spikosaurus! Well, there are pretty
Feel bad for Dom.
shallow scores, but they're not as much fun as Robot Wars. Bye-bye.
I really feel bad for Dominator now, man.
And we're all revved up for another Annihilator tomorrow, 5:10 on BBC Two.
Really? All right, don't look like there'll be anything here, boys. Okay, so let's get this darn list here if we can get it. All right, so we had some great competitors on this one, right? So we had some really good competitors on this. This was flipping good fun. Definitely a very enjoyable episode. I'm telling you, this variety is the slice of life right now for me, and it's popped some new found glory for me. I don't know, gave me good new life. It really has. Having a lot of these different kind of modes is very exciting for Robot Wars right now, and Battle Royale, this Fatal 4-Way, this Royal Rumble action kind of stuff there. And it was crazy because I was just going to say, Oh, it's nice that the house robots don't really partake in this one and shit. Like, it was light in the beginning, and then I was like, all right. Then it started revving up, and I almost feel like, especially in the final portion of it, that and again, I know that with Spikosaurus and Dominator too, they were in, very close to the circle, with Dead Metal, and you're basically asking for it. And I almost wish like the house robots weren't in the final portion of it and just let the two going out, because Dominator, for me, obviously we know the results and stuff like that, was the better robot. And then you have some stupid shit like battery, whatever issue there, and now you lose to that when you would just literally your name dominating like the whole thing, man. Still very, 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 very impressed with the robot. It was definitely built for battle. You got a couple different rounds, so the amount of time to prep it to get into the next round, who knows? Sometimes it doesn't ever feel like it's enough time for a lot of these guys, because when shit happens, shit happens. So an unlikely victor in that bout, because again, man, before Dead Metal kind of pushed him out of the way, man, freaking Dominator had him right on, he had the axe on it, and then it just like scraped. Just imagine like some serial, like some horror movie with the, you getting sliced and it had such a great hit. It was very impressive in the first bout, even with Kilohertz and Dominator pretty much tag teaming a little bit of chaos, and that's why it feels very chaotic in a good way, because one-on-one, a lot of these robots would have the advantage, right? The Chaos 2 would have a little bit more room to maneuver. Even Spikosaurus, because that's a fast robot, would have a lot more maneuverability, was getting in there to get some good rams in. You had Dominator. I'm telling you, I was freaking impressed. I know he didn't get the win, and that's why I'm gutted. I'm sure theirs is worse. They're definitely feeling bad. It's like, damn, they can't catch a break, man. I felt like at the end that was theirs for the taking, and when you just see it not move, you're like, just the disappointment a little bit, goes there. But again, these episodes right now have been phenomenal, man. It's been a blast watching it. You got to take out the champ some ways. So, you have to gang up on, Chaos 2 and stuff. So, definitely excited to see more of these. This was, again, these episodes have been a real delight. And just good old fun. So, with that being said, this is going to be short and sweet, highly enjoyable episode. I like the variety. Definitely good bots in here. Dominator, Spikosaurus, Kilohertz. Those were really a lot of the standout robots that, took massive amount of hits and just kept on coming back. So we saw a lot of Pierce in Chaos too, but I think Dominator 2's weapon was the most impressive out of all of them, as far as the piercing power. The sheer speed was just freaking impressive. So that being said, I'm already amped up and I'm ready to go for the next episode. To do that, you need to tune in. If you haven't turned on notifications, hit that notification bell so you don't miss a beat. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button. That helps out the channel tremendously. And if you're enjoying it, hit a like, comment, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace. Bye.